Be warned, this video will contain spoilers. Rick and Morty Season 8 Episode 9 might have one of the funniest post-credit scenes in the series. And yes, it all comes down to one of Rick's dumbest, most brilliant inventions ever. While the episode's main story focused on Morty reconnecting with his half-Gazorpian son and Rick and Summer checking out a futuristic restaurant that knows what you want to eat before you do, it's what happens after the credits that truly stands out. Because somehow, this episode ends up combining both plotlines with one of Rick's most absurd creations, the Devil's Advocate bot. Let's start with how this all fits together. That restaurant? It's staffed by precogs, beings who can literally predict what a customer wants to eat before they even say a word. That sounds useful, right? But leave it to Rick to take a cutting-edge concept and repurpose it in the most Rick way imaginable. He straight up kidnaps these precogs to make them his personal maids. Classic Rick. But things really spiral on Rick's trash moon, the same place Morty takes his son to meet the sex robot who birthed him. Yep, that's the level of emotional dysfunction we're dealing with here. The precogs, now abandoned, set up a new restaurant on this moon using all of Rick's discarded junk. That's when we see something amazing, or depending on your tolerance for pointless gadgets, incredibly stupid. Enter the Devil's Advocate bot. This thing is pure chaos. It's not built to serve, it's not built to protect. It exists for the sole purpose of being an argumentative little nightmare. Its only job is to disagree with literally anything it hears. Want fries? No. You want a salad. Want to sit inside? No. You prefer the patio. Even when the precogs try to tell it what food it wants, which they're literally designed to do flawlessly, the Devil's Advocate bot pushes back. And because both parties are so locked into their programming, they fall into an infinite loop of contradiction. It's the ultimate impasse. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. And it's hilarious. The brilliance here lies in how utterly pointless this invention is. Sure, Rick has made some unnecessary stuff before, the butter robot, for example, but even that had some utility. The Devil's Advocate bot, on the other hand, is a masterclass in pettiness. It doesn't help, it doesn't solve problems, it just exists to argue. Which, ironically, makes it one of Rick's most human inventions. Because how many people do you know who just love to argue for the sake of it? Let's talk about this. Do you think the Devil's Advocate bot is Rick's dumbest invention or secretly one of his most clever? And what do you think the precogs will do now that they've basically been trapped in a loop they can't win? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you make of this ridiculous little showdown.